It's international break. Shouldn't we be having a day off for this? What the hell are we fucking doing here? That was literally 5 seconds of our first F-bomb. There you go. Mags, you beating your record.
Fuck yeah.
This is the volley, and we are live.
The following has been brought to you by SJP World Media.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy.
Yep, we are live here on the volley. This is Matt Lewis, Dan Griffin, and MLS correspondent Konor McCabe, providing completely unbiased commentary for Ireland versus England. We have unbiased in the studio because Konor, of course, is not English or Irish, as far as we know. So he'll be providing the impartial side of things today. Myself and Dan, of course, will be, as always, unbiased. Gentlemen, how are we all? Let's start with Dan. How are you?
Very well, mate. I am full of tacos and cheese sauce. I'm all good. How are you doing?
Sweltering down here in the south of England. Absolutely sweltering. It's like summer hasn't really time to fuck off yet.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. At least we've actually had some rain up here, which was lovely because it meant I had a nice cool walk to get my Mexican food.
Indeed. Love a taco. Taco Bell's open up in our town, actually, ironically. Speaking of someone who knows a thing or two about fast food, Mr. McCabe, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Finally
Lovely
able to
setup,
get up,
by the way.
And it's finally able to get on a show with the new setup. Got you guys over here and then Match over here, so it's gonna be fun.
I'm just waiting to see one of those doors behind you open up like in a horror movie.
It
no.
is set up. It's a bit Blair Witch, isn't it?
This is the closet. That's my main door.
Dude, you came out of that how long ago now? Come on, that was like Ryan's not here. Someone had to do a gay joke. It's all good. It's all good. I think we are here to cover Ireland versus England. First game in the Nations League, which of course does affect some teams getting qualification for the World Cup and the Euros, of course, when they come around. I think somehow. We will talk about a few shocks that happened already in this qualifying campaign. But we're going to get
San Marino.
Absolutely, that's got to be the address. We will address that momentarily, but we should first address the game we're going to cover today, which is of course Ireland versus England. So we're going to start with the Irish. Dan, talk us through it.
Yeah, some decent players there, some wily old campaigners. Seamus Coleman, vastly experienced, starting at right back. Dara O'Shea at centre back with Nathan Collins is a good solid pairing. Robbie Brady at left back's a bit of a strange one for me. I didn't know Robbie Brady was actually still playing. It feels like he's been around forever. Great to see Kevin Kelleher get a start. Obviously Liverpool bias, very high up on him. Centre midfield, you've got Will Smallbone there, who's up in the Premier League now with Southampton. Very good player. Sammy Smodic absolutely tore up the Championship with Blackburn last season. Already off the mark with a goal at the Etihad for Ipswich. Again, great player. Chidozie Ogbene, wily campaigner again with Luton Town. So yeah, there won't be any pushovers. I still kind of expect an England win, but I'm gonna go for a narrower margin than people might think. I think it may be maybe 2-1 England. I don't think we're going to have it all our own way, especially with England under the new manager.
Okay, but we will obviously see how that works itself out. With regards to, I I want to say good luck to Sammy Schmodic. I want to say that, but my Colchester heart won't let me do it. I hope he goes down with a broken ankle. And I hope Konor comes through it unscathed.
Dear me.
Konor, you obviously I apologise for nothing. As the unbiased man in the room, Konor, your thoughts regarding this team? Anyone that stand out to you? Mr. McCabe.
He's taking his headphones
He took
off.
his headset off. He can't fucking hear me.
What a bell end.
I think he's trying to sync his wireless ones. So we'll let him off momentarily. But my dude,
Give us a fucking clue.
cannot believe that.
Oh,
Konor, I was
shocking.
talking to you. You took your headphones off just as I started talking to you.
I tried to connect my AirPods, but it just wasn't happening.
Stick with your headphones, buddy. You're all good. Can you please tell me what you think of your Irish team? Anyone that stands out to you there? We are pretty to kick off here. We need to get there relatively sharpish.
Adam, is it? How do you say it? Adam Ada? Is that how you say
Adamida.
it? Adamida, he sticks out for me. He's at Celtic. Will Smallbone, the Southampton man. I only know Will Smallbone because he turned out to be a beast for me in my FIFA 24 Southampton save. Sammy Smodics tore it up at Blackburn, and he's going to do the same for Ipswich. The only gripe I have is that Evan Ferguson is not starting.
He's not really played though
So
for Brighton, has he?
And now as teams begin to walk out here, getting ready to walk out anyway. We're going to look at the English side of things. Dan, is this the strongest side I could have named?
Well, no, because Harry Maguire's in it. That's my main area for that's my main area for concern. Maguire performs for England, old slab Eddie. He's on paper he's the kind of defender I like. He just no nonsense, get his bonds on it, get it out. But I would be happier with John Stones in there, to be quite frank. He's just a better player all round, and I worry that on that right side of the defence, that Maguire's not going to have the pace to cover if Trent decides to bomb forward. He's going to need a lot of help from Declan Rice and Kobe Mainoo. I'm also not entirely sure what formation England are playing today. I don't know if it's a 4,231 or a 433. It's varied on reports I've seen. That's just for Graham.
Yeah.
So
hopefully he'll be here later on.
Yeah. Declan Rice and Jack Grealish are going to get a massive amount of abuse from the Irish fans because they were both obviously turning out for or eligible for the Irish international team. There's a sign in the crowd saying the Snakes are back with both of their pictures on it. Grealish, again, is not a player I'm convinced by. We've been through that many times. I would have been happier seeing Morgan Gibbs-White playing the 10 because this is the first time in 3 years that Grealish has started as a 10 for either club or country, which is a bit mental. But it's obviously that Carsley's gone for a few players that he trusts. I think Anthony Gordon and Saka on the wings is just about as strong as you can get at the minute. Levi Colwill at left back, only his second cap. You can't call it a baptism of fire because it's not his first game, but certainly got a lot to do and a lot to prove. But yeah, overall, happy with the selection, barring one or two.
Konor, anyone here making your handsome 11 today?
You gotta give a shout for Anthony Gordon. I'm just glad that Gordon's getting a shot. He didn't really get a chance to feature much at the Euros, and he's one of the top young players in the Premier League right now. And to answer Dan's question, Google has England going with the 4-3-3 and Ireland going with the 4-4-2.
Yeah, that's what. I was listening to the radio on the way home, and they were saying 4-2-3-1. But we'll see how they start and see how it pans out. It could be a very fluid formation because if it's a 4-3-3, Jack Grealish on the left of the midfield, I'm really not convinced by.
Yeah, Grealish hasn't been getting a massive amount of game time either, has he, for City?
No, I think the best we can hope from for Grealish today is what he normally delivers, which is mostly fuck all, but he might get fouled a couple of times and win us a couple of free kicks.
Now, when you look at that starting 11, who, if there's a free kick in a dangerous area, who would you give it to?
Saka or Trent?
Saka or Trent, yeah.
Because hasn't Trent, correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't he scored a couple direct free kicks?
He's
More than a
scored
couple.
Scored more than a couple. His first game he played for Liverpool in the European qualifier. Coutinho was not playing because he was on his way to Barca, and he turned up, scored a free kick on debut. That's how you do it. That is absolutely how you do it. Absolutely. We're heading towards kickoff here on the Volley, which means, of course, that we, of course, here on the Volley support the Kick It Out campaign. As we approach kickoff here on the Volley, we would like to remind everybody that we at SJP World Media all support the Kick It Out campaign. Equality for everybody, regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation. Let's kick it out together and enjoy the game we all love together. As always, kick it out, right out. And let's enjoy this game. And this game should be a good game in itself, Dan, shouldn't it? Because last time they played each other was the first international after COVID, I believe, where a certain Jude Bellingham made his international debut.
Good research. I've had a chance to have a look at that, and you'll have to excuse me. I was just checking on the National League and the York City score.
I did say we will be bringing the scores from the other games that are important in the Nations League, of course. We are seeing Kobe mainly here itching to get going. Grealish sharing a joke there with Bukayo Saka. And my word, that child in the front row, the curly hair on him. My word.
Oh, bless.
One thing to point
being Irish, he definitely is. Sorry, Conor, come in.
One thing to point out, pay attention to the field conditions. This is the same field they played American football on about 2 weeks ago. Georgia Tech and Florida State played on that very field. So I haven't had a good chance to take a look at it yet. So field conditions may play a factor into this match today.
I'd like to think it'd be a leveler for either side, to be really honest, of course. I'm not sure who this is who's being introduced to all the mascots and the players here. It looks like
I'm not sure. I didn't have my.
Are you guys currently looking at the old guy with the cane shaking hands with all the players?
That is very blunt to the point, Conor. But yes, it is. Yes, we are. We're watching it go.
I was just trying to make sure we're on. I was just trying to make sure we're all on the same feed.
It's hard. Can you believe that John O'Shea and Lee Carley are the managers of this game?
That is quite baffling. I'm more amazed that Dara O'Shea isn't related to John O'Shea every time I remember it. I feel like John O'Shea retired so long ago that. And now the national anthems to get out of the way.
National anthems. Yes, we're going to get some booing here, no doubt.
I may have to
not sing the national anthem.
So I was. I can't hear the match. I might as well turn that on.
Oh, the booing is ridiculous.
Yeah, because Irish people don't want to be English. After the national anthem,
we're well aware, Conor.
We're well aware, Conor. Believe me, we've seen that we had wars over this.
That's actually an interesting piece of history. I looked into it a little bit yesterday when preparing for this game.
Carsley, sing the fucking anthem or fuck off.
No, don't sing the national anthem. Fuck the king and abolish the monarchy. I thought they were coming for me then, Matt, when that alarm went off.
I can't hear the national anthem over the boos.
It's the best it's ever sounded. Above all else, the English anthem's just boring.
Not saying it's not boring, but the fact matter is, if you're going to be the manager of England, then, you know, belt it out. Doesn't matter what the anthem is, to belt it out.
He's the interim manager.
He claimed. Oh, look at that girl just trying to get all the attention of the camera. Look.
Good on, kid.
Isn't there like some crazy story?
Trained. Go on, Connor.
Isn't there some crazy story where like the big name English players could be playing for Ireland, like Harry Kane, Declan Rice?
Declan Rice certainly could have done, yes.
Yeah, well, I was saying it earlier, Connie. It might have been when you were fiddling with your headphones. Both Jack Grealish and Declan Rice were eligible for Ireland. In fact, Declan Rice did turn out for the Irish teams in, I think, at least the under-21s, if not maybe in senior friendlies. And there's actually a post-match interview where Rice was talking about potentially becoming captain of Ireland one day. And then he decided
it resurfaced this week, yeah.
Yeah, and then he decided to play for England instead.
So I was doing a little bit of research yesterday. Do the Northern Irish consider themselves English?
Let's not go there.
Connor. Northern Ireland is its own country.
Okay.
Republic of Ireland is its own country. Scotland is its own country. Wales is its own country. And England is its own country. Think of the 5 countries there being completely independent from each other, but 4 of those 5 being sort of like how America is.
Okay.
It's a very touchy subject.
It's the easy way of trying to explain it to someone who literally has a choice. Yeah. I can't think of a good analogy right now, so I'm just going to stop at that point. We playing away in black armbands today, of course, due to the very sad news of Liverpool great Ron Yates passing away today at the age of 86. And we here at Volley would like to show our appreciation for his legacy, and also just to give you guys a moment to just pay your own respects. Ron Yates, who died today at the age of 86. He would have enjoyed this one probably as well. Yeah, obviously massive. Yeah, you enjoyed it as a neutral, absolutely, yes. From what I'm seeing here on the screen here, they're lining up 3-4-3 or 343.
No, that makes more sense with Brady and Doherty. They've got Bamidele on the bench. Mark Travers is a backup keeper. I didn't know that. Evan Ferguson could be a game changer. Troy Parrott's a name that sticks out because under Jose Mourinho, he was the next sort of successor to Harry Kane, and it's just never quite happened. There we are. The England graphic has 4-2-3-1.
4,231. Angel Gomez is still an interesting decision, of course.
I don't know who Angel Gomez plays for.
He plays in France.
Oh, okay.
He plays in France.
Must have been part of Lee Carsley's under-21 team at some point.
He must have been. Of course, we did have 4 players drop out, of course, of the England camping midweek, and they weren't replaced, from what I can tell.
Oh wow, he's had over 100 games for Lille, and had a fairly successul loan stint at Boa Vista.
Indeed.
Fair play.
Indeed. So we are here. So we are probably kick off here on the Volley. Kelleher just like putting things through. Connor, are you watching kickoff happening, or we need to pause for you?
Harry Kane is just putting the black armband on.
Okay, well, mine is about to kick off here. So, Connor, be ready to pause, Dan.
I got it.
All right, the players are lined up and we're getting ready to kick off.
We've just got the referee in the centre circle, man, who's looking ready.
That's what we're at, too.
Referee's just doing the final checks. Referee just blew the whistle. Oh,
All
not
right.
yet.
Oh.
I thought the referee blew the whistle. Yeah, I'm paused too.
I'll let you know when we kick off here. Referee's just standing around. Checking it. Oh, okay, we have kicked off. We're underway from
That's right,
Ireland.
underway. And straight away back to the England back line and with Slabhead Maguire.
This is the first time in a while I've not seen a team just take the kickoff back and lump it forward.
May have to do that. To be fair, back with Pickford now. And he just passed it sideways. And impressive already.
Yeah, Kobe Mainoo took a bit of a shoulder to the back just as he received it before.
Is it me, or does Jordan Pickford have one of the most punchable faces on planet Earth?
It's not you, just you.
We got 37 seconds into the game before someone mentioned the punchable face of Jordan Pickford.
That's a lovely ball to Anthony Gordon.
Oh, good ball. Grealish
Offside?
is running,
He
Gordon.
didn't go offside.
Or was it handball? Anyway, in National League news,
yeah,
York City won. So I'm happy with that. York City won. Wrexham had a big 3-0 win over Shrewsbury today as well, in something of a local derby.
Our friend James in the chat, how's it going, lads? All England, but we got to the point of Joe doesn't slice Gibbs White in half. The tribalism starts, and the ball comes in here, and it's put behind. Nearly put behind.
That should have been referee pointing for a corner.
Has gone behind. Wasn't kept in. Oh,
I just realized the chat covers up my face. Oh, it was out of play.
I'll just leave that there then.
All right.
Come on, pan the camera down a bit. Down.
It's all right. Save that for when we're off air, Matt, and leave you two alone.
55 days it is, by the way, since England lost the Euro final.
That was fun.
It was a fun game.
It's forever.
Referee looks like he's about to he braced it. No, over the bar.
When we're being showed a replay, I just saw a rumor that Brazilian Oscar could be heading to MLS next year. His contract in China is up in early 2025.
Of course it's up, because they can't afford to pay him no fucking more.
He must still only be about 31, 32. So that's quite young by MLS standards.
If that.
I mean, he can go to MLS for a couple years and then retire.
Alexander Arnold on the break down the right here. Plays it inside to Saka. Island player can't find the clearance initially. And it comes off Saka's tits for a throw-in. In the other Nations League games, Armenia are currently 1-0 up against Latvia. Moldova are playing Malta and Georgia are playing Czechia. All at 0-0.
Nice.
But like we said, the big result from the week was San Marino winning their first ever game of competitive international football since forming as a national team in 1990.
Indeed.
Beating Liechtenstein 1-0. And Liechtenstein are the only other team they've ever beating them in a friendly 20 years ago.
I mentioned this at work to someone, and they brought up the fact that they scored against England once, of course. In that infamous 9-1 victory England had.
Yeah, they did indeed. And a rather hopeful Arsenal fan, a friend of mine, has pointed out that the last time San Marino won a game, Arsenal won the league.
Well, to be fair, sometimes you cling on to things like that. It's like when that game 9 years ago where West Ham won at Anfield. I said, like, last time West Ham won at Anfield, Liverpool won the league. Yeah, it didn't happen.
Well, last season when Liverpool signed Wataru Endo, and I said, "Oh well, Jurgen Klopp's only ever won a league title when he's had a Japanese player in his team."
I guess I'm rooting for Ireland today because I just realized that I got Josh Cullen on the back of my jersey.
I mean, to be fair, there are worse reasons. So, the amount of games postponed in the national league, in the football league today, Dan, as well, because of internationals.
Yeah, I was looking at that. The League One was down to 3 games. Oh, good win for a Yorkshire team. Barnsley beating Bristol Rovers. That'll give Bang Bang Andy something to smile about. Barnsley.
Indeed. Yeah, Barnsley.
Port Vale hammered Newport.
Yeah, Michael U. They ended up being 1-1 with Bromley. If you can believe such a thing, I can, unfortunately. Despite the fact that they actually they were chasing 10 men, but that was towards the end, of course.
Anthony Gordon here takes the ball out on the wing. He's got a lot of work to do.
On.
Beautifully. Was 6 inches taller.
Good cross, though, to be fair.
Switched in by Trent. Header from Kane. Oh.
Kane could not have asked for a better cross to come in there.
No. I don't think that was tipped over by Kelleher, was it? It was just off target. Yeah. That's a point, Matt. I'll have to see when York play Colchester and get to that game.
Food was just dropped off. I will be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, sir.
Enjoy.
And stupidly, he didn't turn his camera off, so we can actually see the fat bastard bring his food back. Oh, that's funny. I think it'll be the first time. It could be the
James
first
time. Here. Sorry, just saying, what's your lad's opinion on the rice situation? I like rice. I think it's probably my favourite carbohydrate behind noodles and potatoes.
The important thing is don't overcook it, because mushy rice is terrible, especially in a risotto.
Yeah, you can't have mushy rice. Egg fried is my favourite, to be honest.
I like a mushroom rice personally. Very tasty.
I despise mushrooms.
Well, I'll have your share, dude. How about that?
The texture of mushrooms makes me want to vomit.
My husband would agree with you on that one. I quite like a mushroom myself. Oh, I cleaned him out, and I told to get to. Yeah.
That's the kind of tasty challenge you're going to get in Ireland versus England. Yeah, well, stiff breeze would knock him over. Oh, Boss is in the chat. Shoulders out, shoulders back, tits out. Watch for the shoe. Afternoon, gents. Afternoon, Mr. P.
Evening, Mr. P. How are you, sir? Another chance to perfectly plug the amazing new show on the audio stream of SJP World Media, available on all podcasting platforms. What Charlie Thinks, a great new show by the youngest member of the SJP World Media. Phenomenal show as always, Miss Powell. Phenomenal.
I just realised I thought Colchester were in the same league as York City. They're not. Colchester in League Two, so I'm a dumbass. I've just been looking through the fixture list. Well, there's always next season.
The last one on the page was 1969, 1970.
Oh, dual match then.
Yeah, maybe a cup game. Maybe a cup game. Hello, fat bastard. What did you get then?
I got myself a chicken sandwich, some fries, and a tea on rocks.
Okay, so you got an iced tea on the rocks.
An iced tea with ice.
My God, Connor, with the greatest amount of respect, you've never been more gay than you are right now.
Now I'm gonna see if I can put my bartending skills to work and see if I can get it in my cup here.
How can you not pour from one cup to another?
Hey, my hand-eye coordination isn't great. Let's see if this works.
You're a goalkeeper!
I got my...
In fairness, he never said he was a good goalkeeper.
This is what I love about this show. This is what I love about working with you two. I've had a few drinks and we're already having fun. We've only been going for about half an hour now. So that's brilliant.
Oh, that's a noise. That's a noise. Jesus. If you ever do that again, mute Connor. If you ever do that again, mute your mic, or I'm going to punch you through the screen. That was awful.
He has muted it. And he put his fake thumbs up. I think I'm on the break here.
Ooh,
Spotted! Good save by Pickford. Oh, Bene.
Ireland is here.
Doherty.
Bloody hell, Grealish defending falls.
Colwell slows it down and Pickford retrains the ball.
That was Grealish.
England get away with one. England get away with one. Ireland are very, very dangerous on the counter here.
I did say it wasn't. England weren't going to have it all their own way.
I'm on the white wine today, Dan. Is this wise move?
There's a shock.
White wine, sir.
Oh, Anthony Gordon on the break. Anthony Gordon's in. Oh, he's fluffed his lines. Good
Great
save by
Kelleher.
Drags it back to Kane. Blocked again.
Great.
In comes Rice. 1-0.
Oh, Declan Rice 1-0.
Oh, we'll love that. He's not going
He's
to
not
Celebrate. To celebrate.
It
had to be the Arsenal boy. Declan Rice, 1-0 England.
The former Ireland Youth International. More importantly. What a strike, though. Top right-hand corner.
Talk us through it, Dan. Talk us through it as we get the replay momentarily.
Yeah, well, we get a great run for what a ball from Trent to release Anthony Gordon into the centre. Kelleher gets out, makes himself big. All looks good. Nice drag back by Gordon for Kane, who gets blocked off, and you can see Rice steaming in, absolutely screaming for it. Ball just drops for him nicely and does really well to place it in the top right hand corner.
You got to feel that the defender should have done better there though, because one does really, really well for tackle, but the other one just stands his ground and is humiliated.
I think there's an element of playing the percentages.
Dara O'Shea here.
His dad John would be fuming. I think there was an element of playing the percentages. If Dara O'Shea was blocking a good half of the goal and saying to Rice, "Okay, then take the shot on if you want to." You know, if you're going to slot this, it's got to be pitch inch perfect. And it was terrible from Manu there.
Yeah.
Of Benes. What's happened there? Is that a free kick?
It's given a free kick. He tried to play advantage but couldn't get it. Manu has been booked. We're only 12 minutes in.
Was it Manu booked or was it Rice for the? That has to be Manu. Showing the form that led to Liverpool's third goal. So it's called taking the high road, I think. I wouldn't do it myself, but.
So was Kobe booked? Was Manu booked? Because on my screen,
yeah.
Because I thought Declan Rice was booked as well. Because on my screen, it looked like the referee was showing the card to Declan Rice, and Declan Rice was reacting like he got.
They've just confirmed Manu.
Screen, yeah. Yeah,
Ireland make it 1-1 here.
Look, Ireland on the front foot. England took the lead against on a play here.
It was against the run of play, yeah. But like I said, it'd be piss funny if we concede now.
So in the chat, with his point of view, and we're inclined to agree. As the most punchable face in the whole world, shouting and screaming.
That's not Michael McIntyre.
Jack Grealish laying down. That's all he's good for. There's 6 in that wall.
Jack Grealish is so dense, kicking him in the head should be a foul against Jack Grealish.
Robbie Brady's over this.
No, he's not. It's the ball fella, whoever that is. Oh, no, he's going to go for it, Brady. Oh, that's poor. Oh, the two Irish players getting in each other's way. Rice steaming out.
And England out. Declan Rice and Gordon
overlapping.
overlapping.
Anthony Gordon ahead of him.
And Saka the other side.
Gordon.
Finds Gordon.
Pulls it across. Kane. Oh, it should be 2-0.
Kane finds the goalkeeper again. Gordon will be offside here. He goes for the ball, surely.
I don't know. It was off the pitch when the ball was played, so he wasn't actually in play.
Rice. Saka
swings. Nothing.
Rice loses control. Smollett tries to get out.
Gay, he gets knocked on his ass.
And
and he's given the free kick.
foul given in favour of England there, but that was a worrying few moments there for Ireland. Kelleher, again, with big save.
Yeah, some nice play from England.
Gordon, so unselfish, but Kane can't seem to find anything but a leg of Kelleher moment.
It's hard to tell if it's... Sorry, I was just going to say, it's hard to tell if it's good goalkeeping or bad forward play, but... Sorry, Conor, come in.
I was just going to ask a food question, our first of the show. If you were making a rank of fries or chips, where would waffle fries be on that list?
Depends on,
they're pretty high up.
Depends on the size, to be fair, Conor.
Here, I'll show you what. I'll show you
You've
what
said
mine.
that before.
Fuck
Hold
you.
on.
No, thanks, I'm good.
I'm trying to find a good one.
I'm happy married. Just show me one.
About like that.
That size,
They're-
okay. I'd put top tier for sure. If they're crisp, obviously, if they're gone soggy, then they can get in the bin. But like all chips and fries can get in the bin if they're soggy. That's a silly foul to give away there from Seamus Coleman.
Well, yeah, because you breathe on Jack Grealish and you're going to give away a free kick.
You should know that, actually. Seamus Coleman, evergreen, of course, not just because of the shirt he's wearing. He's been around forever.
How old is he now?
One thing-
37?
36 at least. James Milner is younger than him, put it that way.
One thing that I started doing is putting a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of salt on them.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with salt and
That is
vinegar.
a very British thing. I personally don't like vinegar, but that's just me. I do appreciate that vinegar is a staple to put on your chips. I'm glad the fact that I actually called them chips.
I only have vinegar on chips when I get fish and chips. I never put it on regular chips or fries or anything like that.
Trying to bring under the spell there. It's Saka now.
But Seamus Coleman's 35.
Nice. Cole will.
Yeah, Seamus Coleman 35, but he has been at Everton since 2009.
He got a big move, didn't he, to Everton, and then never really kicked on from, did it? But he's like part of the furniture now, isn't he? I think anyone who buys Goodison Park gets Seamus Coleman as part of the deal.
An interesting fact that I found out. Go ahead, Dan.
No, it's all right, carry on.
Interesting fact that I found out while doing a little bit of research yesterday is that Jordan Pickford came through the Sunderland Academy.
We played there before Everton.
The jokes I could make at that point with the way you said that amount of alcohol I've had already today, he probably did come through the Sunderland Academy, yes. I am such a child and I don't even care. As the ball's
I'm going to have to leave you on your own for a second, Matthew, because I've just got some through traffic this end.
Okay, no problem, young man. No problem, man. We will take things now as Cole Hill on the ball. Pass it across to Mark Gay.
I'm still here, Matt. Just don't want to be rude and eat on camera.
You're good. England sitting pretty. I'm not putting too much of a press on right now. They're pressing hard early on, but 18 minutes in, and the ball comes out now to Cole Hill again on the left side, who tries to feed Grealish, but it now goes back to Kelleher, who launched it downfield. And Dan comes back with me. Welcome back, Dan.
Hello. It wasn't as long as I thought, but it's not who I thought was at the door, so there you go. Well done back by Kobe Mainoo. He's growing into this game a little bit after
he's
after
on a yellow card. Be careful here, though.
Yeah, it might come off at half time, but I can't remember who's on the bench. I suppose you could bring on potentially Gibbs White or even Rico Lewis or John Stones could play in that centre midfield. Conor Gallagher is an option, but if you're subbing somebody because they're on a yellow card, why would you bring on Conor Gallagher?
I'd rather
because he'll have one eventually. Lovely play there.
Personally, I'd give a shout to. Well, Personally, I give a shout to Cousin Lewis to come on at halftime.
Absolutely. He can play in midfield, of course.
Yeah, it's interesting for Carsley.
Rob, and Colehill.
What a ball from Kane.
And Kane playing in Gordon. No one from to play the ball to and hold the ball nicely. It's England now in advanced positions. Here's Grealish. Oh, God.
What a shit ball.
I said that before he even passed the ball. I thought, oh, God. I was right.
The worst decision that Jack Grealish made in his career was leaving Villa for City.
No, not for his pocket.
But in terms of
not for his bank account.
In terms of first team football, yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But to be fair, as we've seen with Scott Carson, you can sit on the bench for City, do fuck all, and get trophies. So
Scott Carson has the best job in the world.
Yep, you get paid to watch Man City play football.
Third choice keeper. Very rarely has to play a game, but he fills that slot as a homegrown player effectively. And City get a player of vast experience talking to their current keepers and the future keepers. So it's really sensible having him in there.
Do you remember Scott Carson's debut for England?
Not off the top of my head. That wasn't the Croatia game, was it?
It was the Croatia game.
With that huge bobble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice turn by Nene.
He's never played for England again since.
That's a shame. I remember hearing the story about Chris Kirkland and his dad putting a bet on him, putting a bet that his son would play for England.
Was that I think he was Scott?
No, it was about 9 years old.
That's
Ireland are just edging
left the bet. On edging possession here, but they're still trail 1-0 here. I was pretty they're halfway through the first half.
Yeah, they're edging the physical battle in midfield.
Well,
Kane trips.
Ooh, that's got to be it. Yep.
And Smallbone runs away. I think their car was brandished, but I'm not sure.
Smallbone looks like he's about 45 with a bald head. But I think he's like 20-something.
He looks like he's trying to be Bull Buchanan.
The second coming of Antoine Sibierski.
Jesus Christ, you're right.
Probably is all I can think of. Whenever I hear somebody say Smallbone, I just want to be, just for the irony and for his own self-esteem, his last name is Smallbone. He has got to have a massive knob.
If you talk about Smallbone, I can use that the perfect teaser for my speed check for Bad Cop this week on Good Cop Bad Cop Wrestling Podcast. Out now on VGM. Worth checking out. You can find out. We had a guest on this week. We had Eric from Nattering with E.
Nice.
This week. Yes. Absolute champion guy. West Ham fan, so not all perfect. But, he's a good lad. And he said he'd stop by the chat later on today, of course. And we have, should we do the Liverpool West Ham game from the Carabao Cup, should that be one we can do, then Eric would be joining us for that.
Magnificent. I was talking to Eric recently, just in passing about. I put him on. He's never seen the film 28 Days Later.
Neither have I.
So that is a film you need to see, Connor.
It was very, very good. It's still very good.
It holds up brilliantly.
It does. The vast majority of it does, yeah. And he's never seen it, so we'll maybe doing an episode of Nattering with E.
It kind of hits
looking at 28 Days Later. After
Very
the
cool. Looking forward to that day, guys. I didn't know it was going to happen.
You guys are going to hate me for
I've
this.
got to say though, 28 Days Later.
But I've never seen Shaun of the Dead either.
Okay.
How do we kick him off?
Start watching more films. To be fair, we'll bring him back. We'll let him back in. Dan. Come on. To be fair, that film is getting over 20 years old, and he's only just near 20 himself, so we'll let him off a little bit.
As we're breaking on the right side with Saka, Rice has his pocket picked.
Right, it's robbed off him, but well defended by Ireland there. The ball got out for England throw.
But Connor,
On the far
what that
side,
does mean
Spodic
is
sat
you
there
get,
defending.
Connor, it does mean that you get to have the sheer joy of watching the full Cornetto trilogy back to back
For the
to
first
back.
time. You get
Shaun of
wait
the
years
Dead,
for that.
Hot Fuzz, and The World's End.
3 great films as well. 3 really good films by.
I did the midnight showing of The World's End when they showed Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz beforehand.
Is
It
it,
was
even solo, they're brilliant films.
Yeah.
Isn't Hot Fuzz the movie about the 2 cops and then they're like paranormal cops or something? Or do I have that wrong?
Oh, great play
That
from
with
England.
Paul.
Grealish.
Grealish!
2-0.
Scores!
Hey!
What the
Grealish
fuck?
did something.
VAR, please,
Yeah,
offside.
Ireland must be
Offside,
shit.
please.
I
I
knew if
actually
I- I
want
knew if I
offside
talked
to
him
call
down,
here.
It won't be. That was some really great intricate passing that we'll get to just on the replay. At least I was paying attention.
Dan Griffin, talk us
this-
through the
this show.
replay.
I will do when it starts. The minute we just look at the light bouncing off Carsley's head. They're passing down the right side. I can't exactly see, but that's Mainu playing a great ball into, I think, is that Rice? And then dragged back for Grealish after the 1-2 with Saka. Just beautiful passing. This is so far above anything we saw at the Euros under Southgate. It's not great defending.
England 2.
Oh, I think that's Darrow O'Shea again getting nutmegged. James saying another Irish lad scored, hilarious. And Si saying that's better, Grealish, celebrate. In fairness to Grealish, he's that thick he doesn't remember when he played for Ireland or that he was eligible for Ireland.
He also probably remember the fact that this is Ireland and he's not playing against Man City's youth team. I think of Ireland again. Ireland, to be fair, even though they go forward, they look dangerous. Ida, Side Power agreeing, good football that. Absolutely. Of course, I should have mentioned, of course, don't forget to check out Sai and Mags on Chain Wrestling this coming Monday here on SJP World Media as Gordon gets fouled from behind. Smallbone here is risking getting a booking. Lots of niggly little fouls here. I'm trying to show you there. He's getting talked to by what looks like Max Verstappen, to be fair. Looks like Jos Verstappen, Max Verstappen's dad. It looks
How many
really
fouls
weird.
He's a prick.
How many fouls do referees normally let go before they show a card?
Usually 2 and then show a card on the 3rd. I have to say a comment that's come through in my group chat here. Can we maybe agree the issue was Southgate? Yes.
Well, I think we all agreed that, didn't we? But I don't know Carsley because of how arrogant he is.
Seamus Coleman just put Grealish on his ass.
And even I cheered that one. Give it Man United.
Oh, that was excellent. The vine for the ball. There's a bit of there, but he just bonked.
That's not even a foul. That's not even a foul.
It was off the pitch.
It wasn't even a foul. But I'm here for it. I loved every second of it. I just think Dash Grealish is a prick.
He just threw him on his ass.
With his stupid little kid-sized shin pads. And the holes in the back of his sock.
And
Absolute
his face
balance.
and his haircut.
And his stupid little Alice band, yeah. Oh, God. England 2-0.
I have to say that another England player who rivals Grealish in the doesn't have 2 brain cells to rub together category is Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
You talk about how cool he is under pressure. I think it's because he can't spell pressure.
Maybe so, but weird thing is that, you know, that I'm going to say something here which is going to get Konor to give me a real evil look here as I say this. And Dan probably going to say, what the fuck are you talking about, Lewis? I didn't say it yet, don't worry. You know that thing that Heat magazine do every year of your weird crushes?
No, but go on.
Cole Palmer would be on that list, I'm sure of it.
What?
I don't know what it is about him. It's something about him. It's like slightly charming. Could be a bank account. I'm not sure.
At least you're honest. The lad looks like a thumb.
And to be fair, he's incredibly talented as well.
Oh, yeah. And far be it from me to judge anybody's looks. I look like somebody rolled a stick of butter on a barbershop floor.
Dad, please don't say yourself so sure. You're 6'1".
I've got the laugh, though.
Potentially difficult, intimidating place for England, but knocking around, lovely. And to be fair, England are playing some lovely stuff when they get the ball.
Yeah.
It's getting a bit nitty-gritty now.
Foul given against Colville.
Colville out. Yeah, just backing away, not getting involved in things. That's how you should do things.
So, since
is
we're
a
talking
big
about
cauldron.
regularly handsome footballers, where would you put Declan Rice on that list?
Oh, God, Matt. The first thing came in my head is, like, on the bottom. That was really, really harsh. But he's not a top, is he? Saka, Trent.
Trent should have left it for the corner.
Wins the corner. No, goal kick. So.
No, goal kick.
Whew.
Well, that was funny.
They're plugging some more things here in the UK, of course. They're showing Bulgaria and Northern Ireland, apparently. Got to admit, my first one was for Nigeria, but it's not, of course. It's Northern Ireland. And Portugal, Scotland is well, we're not covering that game, unfortunately, but we'll be keeping up with it. And Konor might even tweet about it from his Twitter account. You never know. Because Conor's been covering a lot of football on his personal channel, of course, haven't you, Konor?
Mm-hmm.
While we've been asleep.
Yes, how was your game? How was the game this afternoon?
I slept through my alarm.
Well, I'll let you off, Ben, on that one. These things happen, okay? These things happen. I said I won't sleep through the Volley's deadline day show with Mags back in the day. I fell asleep like this.
Yeah. We were all very
my
worried.
computer. I fell asleep waiting for Chain Wrestling to finish. I was so tired that day. Chain Wrestling was a great show that day as well. So I was so annoyed with myself because I fell asleep in the middle. I'm like, this is a great show. Can't wait for my show. Sort of thing. I was amped up, had coffee in hand, fell asleep during it. You're completely excused, Konor. It's all good. I'm pleased that your little venture on the side is doing very well, my young man. And so Ireland trying to keep possession here. This has been a very
Speaking
quick
of
33 minutes, hasn't it?
If a certain supported team wins tonight, then they clinch a spot in the playoffs.
That team would be. For people who are new to the show, Konor.
Oh, I thought you were making a joke. Columbus.
No penalty.
Oh.
Kane wants one. Is this a penalty, Dan Griffin?
Nah, it balls.
Nah,
not really,
that's
no.
simulation right there, Mr. King. Get your furry ass back up.
I don't think it's simulation. I just think it's a fair tackle.
Yeah, it's an honest coming together, and that's that.
Yeah.
In other games around the ground, Georgia are currently beating Czechia 1-0.
Oh, that's an upset you'd feel.
I don't know, given how well Georgia did in the Euros. Armenia are beating Latvia 2-1. Yeah. Armenia are beating Latvia 2-1, and Moldova are beating Malta 1-0 in the big game of the day.
A big game of the day, absolutely insane. Austria will play England on Tuesday night, of course.
I will be in the LNER watching York City take on Braintree.
Absolutely. Oh, Braintree, of course, the home of CXW, of course.
Yeah.
And so, go easy on them, please.
No.
I expect nothing less. I expect nothing less. It should be a good game, though. They're two good teams this season, to be fair.
To be fair, I don't know how Braintree are doing. I can't remember where they are on the table.
They haven't been doing terribly, I know that for a fact. And on any given day, of course, we all know.
It's a very competitive league, yeah.
Saka.
Braintree are currently 18th. 7 points from 7 games. York City are 4th.
But that can change in a heartbeat, as we know.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. The games come so fast for the National League, and you really have to manage your squad well. But York City have just signed a centre-back on loan from Cardiff.
Coal Hill.
What's the level below National League?
It splits into the National League North and the National League South.
Yeah.
So it's a Northern Division and a Southern Division, but the structure of it's very odd.
It is. Oh, brilliant ball!
You're basically looking at...
Brilliant ball that was by Gordon.
But it's at that level where you start looking at semi-pro teams being involved.
Yeah, like, I'm front, like, Vauxhall Motors and Metropolitan Police, for example, and, Wycombe Wanderers. Not Wycombe Wanderers, what am I thinking of? Who was that team that used to be really, really big and got relegated that way down?
Well, York City were in National League North just a few seasons ago.
I'm thinking.
Good ball over the top there. Corner for England.
Yeah. Yeah, Dara Shepard behind for a corner. I'm thinking of give him an S, I'm sure of it.
Sutton?
No.
But they're in the National League now.
No, I'm thinking they used to be a big deal and they got relegated consistently.
I don't know.
Shrewsbury, maybe?
No, they played Wrexham in League One today. Konor about to come in from Saka here. Go on, slabhead.
Saka ping.
Beats the first man, can't beat the second.
Smallest for to clear it.
Cleaned up by Manu at the back.
And decides to not play it back to Pickford.
I don't mind that, though.
Pinged out of Saka instead.
But there's no support there for Saka. That's the worrying bit.
No, but how many times do you think go back to goalkeeper that situation? That annoys me to hell. Worse than a pervert corner, that is, Dan, for me.
Ooh, I won't go that far.
For me, it's worse than a pervert corner because you've worked so hard to get in that position and you can't be fucking off.
Yeah.
The only thing worse than that is a pervert corner going back to the goalkeeper.
Which happens a fair amount, to be honest.
Gordon is completely free there, and no one and Slabber didn't play him in because he's not a Man United player, clearly.
You want to know what pisses me off about corners?
They exist.
Short out swingers. If you're going to play a corner in, play a long in swinger. None of that short out swinging bullshit. If you're going to play it in, play it in.
The one time Gordon wasn't looking for the ball, Colwell plays it. Kelleher under big pressure
there. Keller, but does get the ball out in the end, but it does fall.
He did what he does for his club and passed it to Trent. Saka cuts inside, gets the ball across. Good save from Kelleher.
Kelleher punches well. Right now, Kelleher has Kane's number.
And Grealish falls over.
But wins the free kick.
Every fucking time.
That was Doherty on Grealish.
He gets fouled so much, but he never seems to get injured. Is it just because he's too dumb to feel pain?
Possibly. It's a great ball by Saka towards Kane. And Kelleher's brave.
It was.
Really
brave. It was
brave.
just a bit too high for Kane.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
While
waiting for the he's just smirking, the prick. He did a crow feet around his eyes. He's getting on before his time. My God, I'm getting judgmental.
It's all that effort that it takes to carry his wallet around.
Fucking
Trent.
Trent, of course, it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Of course, boy wonder. Also on Conor's handsome 11. Ball comes in.
What was Rice doing there? He just stopped. Was Maguire.
wasn't his best, to be fair. Wasn't his best. We'll skate with that. We'll move on. 40th minute, it's 2-0 England.
Didn't fucking help that Maguire just forgot what he was doing. Which is quite an achievement for a guy whose entire football career is head ball.
You're not wrong.
That's a lovely ball for Rice from Grealish, I have to say.
5 minutes
Credit
before
where it's due.
half time, Saka takes on Smodic.
Ping by Trent just over
Looking
Gordon.
at Gordon. Gordon, appreciate the ball, to be honest. That's
Is
good
it
to
me?
see.
Or does Harry Maguire look like Beetlejuice before he died?
Fucking hell.
No, think about it. Because
looked at
Beetlejuice is dead, right? No, think about it.
Conor
Beetlejuice is a
McCabe.
spirit. No, that's not what I meant. So Beetlejuice is a spirit, right?
Yes.
Please tell me you've seen the movie.
Yes, I was born in
Okay.
84. I've seen it, yeah.
Okay. So when you look at Beetlejuice and look at Harry Maguire, don't they look alike?
Not really, but I appreciate the comparison. It's pretty funny.
It's a funny comparison, but I don't really see it. But it is funny. I'll give you that one, Connor. A little tip, buddy. When you got to explain your jokes, give it up there.
All right.
It doesn't matter. It got the laugh.
The punchline was good, but then you should have stopped. It's all good. As England break out again here, Kane wanting it.
This is the furthest Grealish has ever run without falling over.
Grealish,
Kane, shoot it. That's a goal. Oh,
blocked.
Good defense there.
Really
By
well
Seamus
put by
Coleman
Seamus Coleman.
again. Is it wrong? But I don't feel is that. And bear in mind, I've got no Irish heritage at all, or nothing to cling to at all. But the Irish shouldn't feel worried when Kane's on the ball right now for some reason.
No, it's just
Right now,
they're
the Irish
covering him
defence
really
have
well.
Kane's number. Everybody else on the pitch, they should be worried about, but Kane, not so much. Watch him score.
Well, maybe that's the
score
problem.
now.
Maybe they're giving Kane too much respect and they're neglecting the rest of the players around him.
Watch Kane
So,
score now from his corner.
After this corner, I got an interesting question I've been thinking about a lot.
Okay,
I've been thinking about recently. No, it's not bad. It's nothing bad.
Is it Declan Rice in bed? Because I think
No.
people could expect that from you, sir.
No.
He's smiling though. Now he's thinking about it.
And the wine sinks its claws ever deeper into that.
Connor's not denying it. Someone put out as Trent put the ball in. And it falls to Grealish. Don't worry about that. Gordon. Grealish.
Give it to Trent,
Gordon.
for fuck's sake.
And the Grealish gives it straight back to the Irish.
Great
Great
tackle.
tackle
He was playing for.
by
That tackle was
couple
so
of
good, it knocked my feet out for a second.
Not mine as well.
So, I have Irish descent. If I was a top prospect, would I be able to represent both Ireland and the United States at the international level?
In theory, yes, as long as it's not too back far enough. How far back does the Irish
Ireland on the
go?
break, cross to the back
Ireland
post,
breaking and
nothing.
wasting it. Oh, it's safe in play.
It has to be a set
Coleman.
of grandparents, Connor, to be eligible.
Yeah, can you go back to grandparents? That's about it, yeah.
So I'd be eligible
Gordon's
for
back
both,
defending you.
funnily enough.
I'd be eligible for Scotland and England.
Oh, you petulant little bitch.
That's got to
Since
be a yellow
college.
card, right?
Yeah, you'd have thought
Sammy
so.
Smodics.
I do appreciate Smodic. So he's repping my lucky number 21 and tackling
So-
like I would as well.
What's the deal with Sammy Smodics? Because they just said on my broadcast that he's one of the 2 English-born players representing
Yeah, he did.
Ireland.
Yeah, he's born in Colchester, yeah. Literally, he was born 15 minutes from where I live.
I'll have a look at that now.
Do you remember Muzzy, is it, by the way? Dan?
I do remember Muzzy, is it Leicester legend and one of the best Premier League footballer names ever. Because
Well, his
for some reason it
brother,
reminds me of
Kemmel, is
Pudica.
it? His brother, Kemmel, is it?
Mhm.
Was he still is a Colchester legend.
Oh, nice.
He played for, he helped lead them from League 2 to the Championship, and they finished 10th in the Championship that season as well. Next year they finished 24th. But
Smodic, his ancestry. He was born in England, and was the country of his birth. He's eligible to represent England. Also eligible to represent the Republic of Ireland, as he does now, or Hungary through an Irish-born great-grandmother and a Hungarian-born great-grandfather. Can't speak to it. And a Hungarian-born grandfather.
So he's like Brayton Diaz, Englishman playing for Chile.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
yeah. But it only goes as far back as your grandparents.
Yeah.
Or Erling Haaland, who was born in Manchester but played for Norway.
So Haaland could have played for England if he really wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely could have done. Absolutely could have done. Erling Haaland could be out there today against Ireland. No question about it. He'd be first choice. But no, he chose to stick with his father's heritage.
Imagine having Haaland and Kane as your two main strikers.
To be fair, remember when we had Shearer and Owen? Look where it got us. Nowhere.
Remember we had
half-time, no.
Sheringham.
1 minute.
Half-time.
So half-time, it is Republic of Ireland 0, England 2. Which means, of course, that it is now half-time here on the Volley. Which means, therefore, of course, it is time for the half-time pipe-up.
Start with the positivity here. Fucking hell, I hate the international breaks.
God, why do you hate the international break so much, though? We're doing our best to make it more entertaining for you, at least. I'm half cut right now. You know, what more do you want on your...
Speaking of which, I'm off to get a couple of beers.
You're going to get a couple of beers. I'm going to talk with Konor while you're away about the first half. So, Konor, first half, so what stood out to you so far?
How direct England is playing. I don't think I've ever seen this in an England team ever. But then again, Gareth Southgate's not the manager.
That is quite true. As was pointed out earlier on, of course, that by one of Dan's friends, that maybe Southgate was to blame. As England fans, we all knew Southgate was to fucking blame for the entertaining football not being on show. I think 2-0 up. Declan Rice hammering one home. Jack Grealish stroking one home. About 20 minutes later. It's been a good performance by England so far, but Ireland, I've got to admit, when they've got forward, they looked dangerous. It's that last ball, and then Pickford's had a couple of fortunate moments, I would say.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Harry Kane should at least have a brace by now. But apparently Ireland, he's the only guy that Ireland did homework on because they got his number.
Yeah, Kelleher single-handedly keeping the scoreline down for sure. But then you've also got the defenders also getting straight in to take care of Kane as well. Gordon is looking very sharp down that left side. Enjoying his work, his runs he's making. Not enjoying the amount of ball that Grealish is getting, but that's because I like Jack Grealish, and I am extremely biased in that side of things, for sure. I mean, the fact by Jordan North on my TV right now, I apologise.
I'm looking at a commercial.
I've run out of white wine, by the way, Konor. I've run out of white wine.
Oh, boy.
Which means it's time to pick up the red. It's time to pick up the red. It's time to get the red wine. I didn't drink that much on Google Backup last night, to be fair. I actually was well behaved. I only had half a bottle of wine, which sounds like a lot, but for me, it's not. Be grateful I've not started to break out the Jack Daniels of a Jim Beam yet. To be really honest, but it's been an enjoyable game from England's point of view. Anyway,
I'm still working on my sweet tea.
Okay, is it alcoholic sweet tea or is it just a plain?
No, it's just regular sweet tea.
Okay.
Although it's too early to drink, but although I have a coworker
never
who
too-
says, I have a coworker. Yeah, go ahead.
One thing I've always said is, you're not drinking early. You're just a pirate.
I have a coworker who says you can't drink all day if you don't start before noon.
Do you know what? I'm going to use that. To be fair, it's afternoon, evening here. It's absolutely fine. I've had one glass of wine. I'm fine. The fucking big glass. To be fair, it's this sort of size. And for context, that's the size of the glass. It's a good drop of wine, to be fair. So yeah, anyone watching along with us, let us know in the chat what you thought of the first half. We also got to address a few things that have happened since the deadline day live stream we did, which was I want to address this with you, Konor, actually, because you are you're always keeping us updated with all the people moving here and everywhere. Victor Osimhen, of course, who didn't go to Saudi Arabia or to Chelsea, ended up at Galatasaray on loan. Konor, tell us more about this.
So, from what I'm able to see, is the Osimhen to Galatasaray loan is a season-long loan. There is no obligation to buy in the loan deal. So, my guess is he will return to Napoli in June next year, and Napoli will either ship him off to Saudi Arabia or somewhere in England or whoever wants him.
Yeah, one thing I do know, because it was revealed after deadline day, is that Liverpool did actually explore the option of Osimhen, but the finances were not in their favour. And now, of course, he's gone to Galatasaray to just play a bit of football, and he'll do well there, I dare say, while he's on loan, because he's one of the best strikers in the world on the current form he's in.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that come January, Napoli still reserve the right to sell him because there's no obligation for Galatasaray to buy. So
fully expect a bid from Chelsea. Another bid from Chelsea.
I expect a bid from Chelsea. I expect one from PSG, City, and from Man United still. I do.
It would surprise me.
And Saudi.
Well, is Napoli looking to shop him around in January? Or are they going to wait till next summer to ship him?
Either way, they want him gone. And I don't get why. I think given how explosive a striker he is, it would be like Pep Guardiola waking up tomorrow morning and say, like, I've had enough of winning trophies. I'm going to sell Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne to the highest bidder.
Well, I think it's been a falling out with Osimhen and either Conte or club officials higher than Conte. I think that's the problem.
Maybe
or
maybe
so there's obviously some irreparable issue there.
Well,
because sorry guys, just hang on. It's not only Osimhen. It's also Marco Rui.
We did mention this on the deadline day show, Dale. We were discussing who's to blame for this, weren't we? We were discussing this, weren't we?
Trying to get to the bottom of it. So there's something within the structure of Napoli that is causing these players to fall out. I don't know what. But it's their life, so be it on their heads.
Yeah, I mean, then they got the problem is that they actually agreed that deal with Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. They agreed the deal, and then they asked for more money.
Well, then the dickheads.
So they basically try to get greedy and end up with nothing, because they're paying Galatasaray to keep him for a year. And that makes no sense to me. Normally, the loan club pay the fee to loan him in. Napoli are paying them.
What was it, 9-10 million, or was that his wages that were covering?
Yeah, they're paying them.
It's a very bizarre situation, and honestly, Osimhen in the Turkish league, on paper, it's like when I was playing one of the old Football Manager games, and I signed a 21-year-old Sergio Aguero to play in League Two. If Osimhen plays to his abilities, because remember, we saw Osimhen play when we covered AFCON, and he did nothing in that game.
He did in that game, but you'd like to think over a season,
Yeah,
different.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have a point to prove. He wants to keep his value up. He wants to. If he's got any shred of ambition, he'll be wanting to attract the best of the best to come in and bid for him.
He'll want to move to a big European team because with the greatest respect I can muster to Saudi Arabia, it's playing in front of 200, 300 people. Whereas you're playing in front of big crowds, getting big money, winning big trophies, which means something in Europe. Yeah. And he needs to be playing those games.
Yeah, and the more I think about it, the more it's got to be the Premier League. Nobody in Italy can afford him. Bayern don't want him. PSG might go for him, yeah, but
Real or Barca broke.
Real Madrid don't need him.
You say they don't need him, but they're building Galacticos 3.0, aren't they? So
kind of, but they are being a bit more studious. Could you imagine
Mbappe and Osimhen up front together for Real Madrid?
Maybe, but I think they're being a bit more studious in the types of personalities they're recruiting. I think, depending on what the situation is, they're going to look at Osimhen, see the fallings out, and maybe think twice. Which is why I can see him arriving at a club like Chelsea or Man United. Chelsea's recruitment is scattergun at best. They need a striker. Osimhen's going to be available.
It's going to be the largest thing you've ever said about Chelsea's purchasing process.
United, on paper, are doing better with the recruitment, but it's yet to prove dividends. They need an experienced striker to lead the line, but they've spent big money. Well, they've spent big money on Højlund. They've spent about 35 million on Xerxes,
who's doing okay.
He's doing all right, yeah, but then they're going to bring another striker into the league who's possibly on paper levels above those two. But is he going to hit the ground running? It's a move I could see United making, but maybe less so under Ineos. I don't know. If Si's still in the chat, maybe he can let us know what he thinks about it. Osimhen could be an absolute game changer for Arsenal.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I personally feel that that's the one last thing missing from Arsenal's. If they get that could be the equivalent of them signing Henry back in the day.
Maybe. I don't get me wrong, I like Havertz. He's doing a good job. People keep saying he's not an out. People keep saying that, but this season he keeps getting played up front and keeps scoring goals.
Absolutely. He's doing the best he can, bless him.
He's got two goals in 3 games.
Who needs a striker?
At the same time, imagine him playing up there with Osimhen. I could see it. Playing off him. Yeah, perfect.
If the finances are there.
It's not, because then you take that pressure off of him. It's not all on his shoulders.
And you still got Jesus as a backup if need be.
Exactly.
If it's
And you've got Saka out there as well. You've got Trossard, who's be inspirational signing as well, of course. And Osimhen can play the time where he wants to go at this point.
To a degree.
But will they?
So my question is, if Arsenal were to make an inquiry about Osimhen this January, who would they offload to be able to afford his wages?
Ben White.
Nah, wouldn't be Ben White.
Ben White, Snake.
Gabby Jesus?
Maybe.
Because what? Think about it.
White, probably, yeah.
How the thing about Jesus is, if he was able to stay healthy the 2.5 years he's been here at Arsenal, he would be our choice number 9 through and through. But the injuries have just plagued him.
Easy one to get rid of that you need out of your squad. Thomas Partey.
That we should have sold him this summer. Saudi
rid
was
of him.
knocking on the door.
Yeah, Thomas Partey, get rid of him. I can't go into off-field reasons why because of libel issues, but get rid of him. Oh, Matt's gone from the white wine to the red wine. That can only go well.
I've run out of red. I've run out of white wine.
I'm on the Nuki Brown.
Lovely. Newcastle brown ale,
And
of course.
just for balance, after that, I've got an Irish brewed Rascals Brewing Lager.
There we go. I'm biased here on the volley. That's all good.
My idea of balance is a beer in each hand.
I still got my sweet tea.
Ohio
Oh,
State, excellent. Ohio, of course. The home of the Columbus Crew, of course. The reigning MLS champions, of course.
And Leagues Cup winners.
That is a lovely Merlot, by the way.
That is awful glassware to be drinking out of.
Yeah, but
You uncultured swine.
I wasn't going to dirt your wine glass for it.
Speaking of my hometown club, there has been some rumors already. There was an official report that Mexican side Toluca made an official inquiry before the MLS window closed about a possible Diego Rossi deal, and crew management pretty much said the fuck you are and shut it down.
Quite rightly.
And then yesterday, before we kick off here, there was a rumor that Monterrey offered $20 million for Cucho Hernandez. And again, front office said the fuck you are and shut him down quickly.
I think the only way Cucho leaves is if he leaves for Europe at this point. It would be absolute madness for Columbus to sell Cucho to any other MLS team because he is tearing that league apart.
I don't see him going to Mexico or another MLS team. I think, like you said, I think if they were to sell him, it would be to a European side.
Trent Alexander-Arnold may have just played one of the best back passes to the keeper I've ever seen. Did either of you guys catch that just now?
I did not, mate.
He hit it on the volley to loop over back to Pickford. There's Gordon breaking down the left wing here. Goes on the outside, tries to bring it across corner for England.
Yes.
I'll
be back in 2 clicks. I got a dog barking.
You could let him out for a shit. James doesn't share my disgust at your glassware. Red wine in a pint glass. Go on, lad.
It's not a pint glass, unfortunately. It's only a half pint. I threw for the size of me my iPhone.
I'd be worried if there was a Jack Daniel's pint glass. Who's drinking whiskey in pints?
Yeah, I am telling my inner Sam Allardyce over here, clearly, by drinking red wine in a plastic glass.
Last time I drank Jack Daniel's out of a pint glass, I was at university. I ended up so drunk I accidentally took out a fridge.
You took it out of fridge?
I stumbled into it and dragged it over. It was not a small
upright
fridge.
ones. Upright ones, was it? Brilliant.
Maybe.
So when I was staying in the dorms in Norwich a couple of weeks ago for the gold medal thing I won, there was, they had 3 fridges built into the wall so you couldn't put them out. I'm thinking, if one of those broke down, fuck trying to fix one of them. That's what I'll say.
So this was my in the first year, and it was in my second year neighbours' house. We'd been invited to a party at theirs, and yeah, I got given a pint of whiskey. Drank a bit. It was supposed to be whiskey and lemonade, but I drank it. It was pretty much all whiskey. I said, "Oh, this is a bit strong. Can you can just top off with?" I meant with lemonade, and I don't know who it was, but this last just poured more Southern Comfort into the pint glass. Not wanting to be rude, I finished it, and then I woke up in my bed somehow, with a deathly hangover. And stories of how I'd accidentally knocked over the fridge and broken it, and then my neighbours for the next year hated me.
Have you? I hate to change gears so rapidly here, Dan, but have you seen what's been trending on Twitter the last 12 hour or so?
No.
Jim Ross is #1 on Twitter right now.
Oh God, what's he done? Oh wait, I hope he's not dead.
No, Stephen P. New in the commented on his latest JR's barbecue blog, and
All right.
it's not good. It's not
Okay.
it's not good. And whether or not JR should be commentating or not anymore is open to opinion. My personal feeling is like he's not doing a lot at the moment, and that's fine. He's earned the right to do what he wants to do when he wants to do it, sort of thing. The guy doesn't deserve any kind of. I mean, let's face it, he's a legend, and without him, I probably never start commentating. So yeah, leave off him. What I would say to that. Leave off him. What I would say to that. The comments are lighting up here, Dan.
Graham's here. Bonjour. Had to tune in because Mason was giving him fake scores on the card ride back, including a leg score for Jordan Pickford. Good lad, Mason. Graham, if you were dumb enough to believe that, that's your problem. I think he just corrects himself and says car ride because he's not quite taken to driving around on trading cards just yet.
I will drink to that.
Well done, Mason. Top work, my boy.
16 years old and is already following in his surrogate uncle's footsteps by giving false scores to his dad. I've done that a couple of times, and the look on his face was fucking priceless. Did that WrestleMania weekend as well. Right, so Saka on the ball here now. It's 2-0, by the way, Graham. It's 2-0.
Pickford didn't score.
It could have been an own goal. To be fair, it could have been. And Pickford's been a little bit. He's been a little bit fortunate with finishing. To be fair.
Yeah, as Cassandra Nova Smallbone takes out Trent and commits another foul. Nope, that joke didn't land.
Yeah, Timmy Mallet is also trending, by the way, as well.
Oh God!
Someone at one of these protests, that they do, has someone who looks like the love child of Timmy Mallet and Harold Bishop.
Oh, nobody attacked it. Why didn't Rice attack
I show
that?
you.
Oh dear, bless.
I'm not sure what it's about. To be fair, I think the far right protest. I'm not quite sure what it is, but
bollocks,
yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he dodged, but Team out trending because of him. Amount of people who thought he died.
What, Timmy Mallet?
Yeah, because of the trending. Yeah.
As we all know, the spirit of Timmy Mallet lives on in Fitch from the Marty and Fitch podcast.
Timmy Mallet is the sort of person who, I think the only entertainer from the 80s who isn't locked up right now. Konor will be back momentarily, I'm pretty sure, guys.
Yeah. Ooh, just got to Gordon there. Grealish fucks it as usual.
Oh, of course he fucks it. It's Grealish.
Oh yeah, Connor's just said his internet's died, so give him a few. Yeah, no bother, mate.
Yeah,
Trent
it's okay,
drifting into the middle with Manu.
Trent to Slaved. Out to Gordon. If we get O'Hare come on at any point, then we'll have a perfect Batman link up there with Commissioner Gordon to Chief O'Hare. Chief O'Hara. O'Hara's playing! Chief O'Hara's playing! Oh, that's brilliant! I mean, I love 60s Batman. Such a nerd. I don't care.
I need to watch the new animated series on Netflix. I've watched the first episode, but I've not been back and watched the rest because I got.
Isn't it on Prime?
Yeah, sorry, on Prime. Yeah, because I got caught up watching Star Wars Rebels on Disney Plus.
It's meant to be brilliant. It's meant to be absolutely brilliant. I didn't mention it on Good Cop Bad Cop this week, but I'm gonna mention it now. Did you hear Joey Chestnut, who won the hot dog eating contest on Netflix?
The king of the hot dog eating contest.
Well, he was banned because he was sponsored by a vegan hot dog company now. So he was banned from taking part in the competition on July the 4th. So Netflix did one just for him, and Rey Mysterio presented with a customized WWE Championship belt.
Oh, nice.
Playing in Saka there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I thought he just retired.
No, he hadn't retired. He was banned because he was sponsored by vegan hot dogs. Not because he was eating them, because he was sponsored by them. He ended up
Weird.
winning with 87 hot dogs plus buns.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Even I couldn't fucking do that. But I'm not 6'6" and 400 pounds.
Is that how big Joey Chestnut is?
No, I'm just guessing. Saka here is, of course, at the Activia Stadium.
Aviva.
Activia's that's I'm getting mixed up here.
Activia's yogurt.
Aviva's, yes, well, that's what it's got Vitality Stadium. Why not? As the ball comes in from Saka, and it's cleared by the first man.
And slab it. That Rice can't get up to speed.
That's what I was joking. I had heard of the random penis in one to make the contest more interesting. Possibly joking, Graham. Yes. Wiener eat it. Oh, fucking hell, Graham! Your jokes are getting worse. If you happen to know, Graham, Seamus Coleman is missing his boot here. It's right next to him. But what happened here?
It just fell off as he went for the header. Just for reference, Joey Chestnut weighs 200. Joey Chestnut weighs 230 pounds.
What?
And he's yeah.
He weighs less than me.
Yeah. It's always the skinny bastards who can eat loads.
Fucking prick.
I think he eats half his body weight in hot dogs every year, and that's just his calories for 6 months.
On that note, I did the park run today, Dan, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Park run today, and I equaled my personal best.
Nice. Well done. I did a 10,000 step round trip to go and get tacos.
Very, very nice work, sir. I walked it. I don't run it. I walked it, and I did the 5K in 52 minutes, 58 seconds.
Well done. Top work.
Graham,
asking back to the...
I was out of it.
So just back to the competitive eating. Graham saying, have you seen the female women's champ? She's the 100 pounds wet through. Yeah, it's mental when if you see. So there's a couple. Randy Santel, who's an absolute unit. He's like 6'6", big muscular fella, and his girlfriend or wife, I don't know if they're married, is called Katina, and she's tiny little woman, and she just packs away food like no other. Or there's a woman, a British woman called Leah Shukeva. She set the world record recently for eating, I think it was a 2 or 3 pound burrito, and she took it down in about 30 seconds.
Of course she did. Can I just say, by the way, what is wrong with that sentence, by the way?
Female women's champ.
Yeah.
Well,
that's ridiculous.
What's worrying is Graham said that he's in a car ride back, so I hope he's not commenting and driving.
I think he was. I think he's now back, so we'll let him off.
Oh, right, okay.
We'll let him off, if that is the case, of course. And park walk? Yes, park walk, Graham. Yes, it was a park walk. And Seamus Coleman is being substituted here, and he looks devastated.
At least it wasn't
Are we seeing Seamus Coleman's last game for Ireland?
No. Seamus Coleman will probably keep going until he's as close to 40 as he can get. Oh, good. Graham's in his living room. So O'Brien
on for Coleman.
Don't know who's... Oh, is that Nathan Collins getting the armband?
Nathan Collins taking the armband, yeah.
Doherty off.
And Doherty's going off.
And one of the Knight family coming on.
Indeed, not Zach.
Not that Knight family. Not that Knight family.
Not Ricky Knight Jr., who will be main eventing Extreme 2 with Big F and Joe in a steel cage match.
Oh, yeah, you can see the bruising and maybe a bit of blood coming down his heel.
Oof. I will say, Konor, if you're waiting to come back on, but Seamus Coleman would be my ruggedly handsome 11. Down there placing his kebab order.
No, we got a barbecue pack from the butchers.
Same thing.
Well, there's no kebab meat on it for one.
Mark Gayer doing a great job actually shepherding back to Trent, and then the ball gets walloped back in, and here come Ireland again.
Yeah, just settled into a period of Irish possession here, which is always going to happen in any game, you know.
Indeed.
Just how we will navigate it now. Good pullback.
That should have been 2-1. Sammy Smollett
would have
put
been
it
a hell of
wide.
a strike to beat. It would have been a hell of a strike to beat Pickford from there. He had it quite well covered. But the speed of that shot, if it was on target,
Unmarked
to
as
see it
well.
from another angle. He had to snap at it. There was somebody coming in behind him. Are you familiar?
It's one of the Mo from Simpsons rude words that Bart phoned up about. I'm not falling for it, Graham. I'm not completely stupid.
Hey everybody, do I got a huge ass?
I'm back.
I say huge ass and Konor appears. That was such perfect. That could not have been timed any better. That was brilliant.
I'm reading things before I read. I'm reading things before I read them out loud on the show. Now I'm not stupid.
I don't think my internet likes. I don't think my internet likes the multiple devices on it right now, because my mom is. As soon as my mom turned on the TV in the living room, it just said "fuck you" and decided not to work.
So, in the immortal word of Conor McCabe, your internet is sponsored by Dan Griffin.
Yes.
Hey, mine's holding out.
It's working now, so hopefully it lasts the last half hour.
Although what's quite funny, we did a speed test on my internet here, and my brother's internet at his house. His internet is about 10 times faster than me. He lives a 2-minute drive away.
I think on this internet, I could upload on what we have right now. I think I can upload a 25-minute video in like 10 minutes.
That's good.
I think it'd take me 10 days.
Let me check my. I'm gonna live speed test mine. We've got James in the chat, by the way. Dan,
I'll get over to it. Will in a second. That wasn't given as a foul by against Colwell. As Ireland win it back, I'd play it across Smodic. She's in the box, lays it off. Oh, I should have done better with the shot there. Didn't even get it on target.
Ballooned it over.
But to get to James's comment, I saw Nathan Collins kick Jack Grealish in the balls live at Molineux the other season. Man City versus Wolves. Now this game is done. Would be delighted to see that again tonight.
Oh, please. Please. If Nathan... I mean it honestly, and I will stick to this. If Nathan Collins kicks him square in the bollocks, I will give £25 to Mind tonight.
And we'll give Nathan Collins man of the match.
Yes, unconditionally. I've got 52.7 by the way.
Foul by Brady. What was that, sorry?
52.7 my internet is right now. Average. I'm paying for 100.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
I'm paying for 100, you know.
Yeah, so mine's like 15.
I'd like to apologise, by the way. Hello.
Glenn Abbott, hello,
Glenn Abbott in the chat. Always a pleasure, Glenn. Never sure. Hi, guys. Is anyone tell me if Kane is still playing? Allegedly, he's out there somewhere. But,
I think he's his nose somewhere.
If you're referring to Glenn Jacobs, then he didn't turn up, unfortunately. But much like Harry, he also hasn't turned up yet either, because the only thing they've found so far is the shins of Calvin Kelleher. Twice.
Did you guys see fucking Glenn Jacobs putting the cane mask on mid-speech and choke slamming a guy through a table as part of his politics?
I did see that. I thought that was when he first debuted as
box. Oh no, it was recently. He's done it again. Smallbone passes it out to somebody who I can't tell who it is. Smodic again, swings it in, and no buggers there. Right idea, wrong execution.
According to Footmob, Harry Kane is still out there, and England has not made any substitutions yet.
Yeah.
But Ireland did make. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, England don't actually have a backup striker. Not a recognised striker. Jared Bowen can play up there. Maybe Noni Madueke or Eze could play as a sort of false nine. But England do not have.
Did you play Gibbs White there?
No, he's a midfielder.
Not really, no.
He's a 10 at best. As Grealish wins yet another free kick.
So Matt, I listened back to one of my FT316 live questions this week for the first time since it released in 2015-16. Yeah, it was a point, Graham. Absolutely, it was a while ago, but I'm not quite sure what the question is here. Because I can't remember which year it was in. It's that sort of time, yeah. Yeah, FT316 is the secret the Commons group.
With Michael Jordan winning Rookie of the Year 30 years ago today, who had the best first season ever? One of the answers was Harry Kane.
Absolutely, yeah, with a best rookie season at Tottenham, yeah, absolutely. Actually, on that note, why don't we answer that question now? Who's had one of the best best first seasons ever?
Do you mean first professional season as a player, or first season at a parent club?
I say parent club, yeah, parent club.
In that case, first full season, Michael Owen, 97-98. He made his debut in 96-97, but he was still a youth player. It was a bit part thing. He still scored one goal in 2 appearances, but his rookie season, 97-98, 18 goals in the Premier League, 23 in 44 appearances overall.
That's pretty impressive.
That was my first instinct.
Okay, well, if you've got any more, Dan, we'll come back to you, of course. Konor, have you got anyone that stand out to you? Who for you has one of the best rookie seasons, in your opinion?
Grealish just fouled somebody. And he's looked well confused.
What sport are we talking about here?
Any. We'll open any sports. Because while you're thinking, might just pay me to say this, Lewis Hamilton. F1, he came within 1 point in the World Championship in his rookie season. No one's done that in their history
ever. That's pretty amazing. Max
Verstappen won on debut for Red Bull in 2016.
Yeah, but fuck Max Verstappen.
I'm just saying that he did have an impressive first season. That's all I'm saying. He
so
did. Charles Leclerc won the Italian Grand Prix for Ferrari on debut as well.
The answer Graham gave was the answer Graham gave 2 points to was Greg Brady, who chose Boris Becker, who won Queens and Wimbledon at age 17. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. Graham, of course, did Greg Brady was a great Canadian sports radio host who has appeared on Fighting Talk every year since it debuted in 2004? Question mark.
So
really good shows. How me and Graham met, of course.
I'm looking at Emmitt Smith in 1990 for the Dallas Cowboys. 16 games played, 241 carries, 937 yards, and 11 touchdowns that rookie season.
That would trigger the Wikipedia sound effect on Fighting Talk, Konor.
I use Wikipedia to double check Michael Owen.
But you thought that beforehand, so that's fine.
But from what little I know of American football, those are stunning numbers.
And if you're going to everyone and it trends out professional wrestling, Kurt Angle won every championship in his rookie season. Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship within the first 4 months of his career on the main roster. It's just, if you want to talk about other things, Anthony Joshua had a pretty good debut.
Boxing, it's harder to judge
At the
because
pro.
well, your first fights, especially as a prospect like Joshua, you get put against they call them tomato cans, where a lot of them are just there for you to knock down and build your record and test your skills and the journey. Well, won back by right.
Absolutely, Saka.
Oh, play it, you bastard. Grealish, that's that foot.
Gordon, saved by Kelleher. She had her knockers, but what was Trish's debut season like, Matt? Her debut, her first year, Graham, was basically as Vince's thingy. Unfortunately,
have you twigged that yet, Matt? What he said?
Yeah, I did trigger what he said. I was trying to answer it democratically. I think the right is hobbling here. This is a concern for Arsenal. And also for Cardiff ahead of Tuesday night's game against Austria.
It's not quite it's not quite a debut year. But Coco Gauff, the tennis player, debuted on the senior circuit at 14. Qualified for the main draw of Wimbledon at 15. And in a main draw debut, upset Venus Williams in straight sets.
Yeah, that was up there for sure. You've got Emma Raducanu, of course, who won the US Open in 2021, of course. Debut year of the pro. That's got to be
was it Raducanu who was in the debut year?
It was the debut
of the pro. I couldn't remember if it was Gauff or Raducanu,
yeah. I remember being on the platform at Colchester Station watching her win in the final point, waiting for my train back from the first 6W event. That was one hell of a night.
So Raducanu actually made a senior debut on the ITF circuit in 2018, which was 3 years before a US Open win.
Yeah, but bear in mind, COVID and closed everything down, didn't it, for a while? So.
Sorry, that was 2021 was the. In fairness, your favourite type of technically correct. It was a WTA Tour main draw debut in 2021.
Yeah. Ireland here still pushing the advantage. 20 minutes to go here. I think of Gordon.
Gordon on the break though. He's
Saka
got Trent
square.
and Saka with him, and he's fucked it.
Really weird because Gordon's a really good game up to this point.
All right, really here we go. I got another good debut season. 1996, Brian McBride had 28 starts, logged in 2,307 minutes, 17 goals, and 1 assist for Columbus in that season.
Not a bad one, mate. That's pretty good. That's pretty impressive.
And then for Everton,
I'm going to say this with respect, given that the MLS was in the toilet at that point. That's impressive.
It looks like he had a decent career with Fulham too.
He didn't have a bad one.
Oh, yeah, I thought I recognised that name. If you could say Everton there, Konor, were you going to mention Wayne Rooney by any chance?
Yeah, pretty impressive debut season.
Thing is, right, in his debut season in 2002, he only actually scored 6 goals. It's just one of them happened to be that thunderbolt versus Arsenal.
Do you know what? One of my favourite moments ever was when they think us all over when David Seaman was team captain, took over from Gary Lineker, and he was sitting there, and Roy McGrath was sitting next to him, as he always did, and he said, like, Wayne Rooney made his debut, and he's got this guy against this flapping, doddery old man, and Seaman said, like, what do you mean? What do you mean, doddery? Like, and McGrath said, like, what were you doing that day? And Seaman said, I was launching his career. Best.
So Wayne Rooney,
he put himself over in the process of putting Rooney over. I loved it. It was brilliant.
Wayne Rooney's debut season in the 02-03 season when he was 16 with Everton.
Yeah.
Played 33 games, started 14, logged in 1,599 minutes, and had six goals and 4 assists.
It's not bad for a 16-year-old who's only started how many games?
14.
That's not a bad return. It's not a bad return, Konor, is it at all?
His first season with Manchester United when he was 18.
Insane. Isn't it?
29 games played, 24 starts, 2,185 minutes logged, 11 goals and 2 assists. And that was in the 04-05 season.
Yeah, he went on to become Man United legend for sure.
And then I didn't know he played for Derby County for 2 seasons.
Yeah, he'd play manager. Yeah. Yeah. Also, do you remember that Everton were not a great side either? Absolutely, a side. Everton were not a good team back then, for sure. This was the days of just after Francis Jeffers, of course.
And by the way, if
But
you're
he,
wondering
of
where I
course,
got
left
all
Everton with Arsenal.
all that information from, I got it from Football Reference. Great website.
Absolutely great website. And we've got a double substitution going on here. Small bone coming off for Brown. And McAteer is about to come on here. McAteer, who was defected from England to Ireland, of course, for this game. McAteer on for Ida. So much as Grealish and Rice have defected from Ireland to England, McAteer defected from England to Ireland. So, you know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, as they say.
Sorry about that. I heard noises in my hallway. Wondered what was going on.
Okay, it'll be the ghost again. So yeah, McAteer's on for Ireland, of course. As I
Oh,
mentioned,
nice.
he's just defected from England to Ireland, of course.
Yeah, well. Theory.
So I say, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I expect him to get thoroughly booed out of the building at Wembley.
Do you remember our Liverpool's famed defender come striker Stephen Corker?
Oh God, number 12 shirt as well. Yeah, I remember him coming on against Norwich, going up top.
He not only is he still playing, he's still playing international football.
What?
He only ever played friendlies for England, so therefore he's now playing he's now playing senior international football for Sierra Leone.
That's like getting a medal for being the skinniest kid at Fat Camp.
Do not talk shit about my medal. Yeah, he's currently playing. He's playing in Turkey for Ankara. Dude, if you're going to shout, mute your mic.
And so Angel Gomez.
I thought you said Anal Gomez then.
Angel Gomez and Gibbs White is coming on here now, so James may get his request.
Yeah, so Stephen Corker, still only 32, is playing for Ankara Kesiyeringusu. Glad I got that one out. Which is his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, which is his 16th club. I would urge you as well, just to get an insight into the into sort of the dark side of a footballer's life. Stephen Corker gave a great interview to the Under the Kosh podcast.
Yes.
One of the interviewers is John Parkin, former striker, former York City player as well. Absolutely brilliant interview. Doesn't hold anything back.
Gordon's going off as well. And
Eze come on. Yeah, don't mind that. Gordon's from his absolute socks off. He's been a great outlet today. Had a great performance.
Absolutely phenomenal. I'd put him forward as a contender for man of the match as things stand. Cole got a booking there.
Absolutely.
It's been an enjoyable game, to be fair. Konor, who joined us. Welcome back.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Mom used the middle name, so I had to respond.
Oh, no. Hang on. What is the middle name, Konor? We don't know this.
You want to know my full government name?
Is it Konor, Astarian, McCabe by any chance?
No.
Okay, we're not going to argue and say it on air. Don't worry, it's fine. Astarian is one of our best characters in Baldur's Gate 3, by the way. Worth playing. If you haven't played that game by now, play it, guys. It's worth your time. A lot of sex in that. A lot of sex in that game.
One thing that I've learned is when you hear your first, middle, and last name, you're in big trouble.
Yep. Pretty much.
It's worse for Chris. He's got 4 names.
We were speaking about him earlier. Eric's in the chat. Nice to see Eric.
You are Matt Dan. Is it, so you got 2. You got double N treatment, Dan.
I mean, I'm going now, so.
Is that Spud? Did Matt run area?
Yeah, that was the youngster.
How is he doing, mate?
Yeah, all good. All good. Nearly healed up after his surgery. Also, nice to see you too, Eric.
Yeah, you are welcome in our chat anytime, Eric. Welcome from across the pond. Conor McCabe, by the way. Yep. Kane, Saka. Saka trying to get the ball alive here. Rice is available. Plays it. Back out. It finds its way back to Rice and now back to Saka. And it seems there's a lot
I heard my
of
name.
now. Yes, Conor McCabe. Eric Freed in the chat. He's an American native, like your good, he's a Canadian native, I should say, but not a million miles away from your good self. He's a West Ham fan by trade, but he would be very. But he would be very happy, I'm sure, of you to stay in touch with your commentary on the MLS side of things, I'm sure. So do give Conor a follow, Conor's footy. Eric, he would be happy to keep you in touch with. Not nice seeing me for her, apparently just DM'd you, Eric.
Well, nobody can see you, Graham. They can just see your stupid comments.
Indeed. James in the comments is asking if now Greece has gone off, can I transfer my £25 donation if Nathan Collins kicks Kip White in the balls? I will double it. Sold. If it happens, sold. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's gonna. I corrected myself, Graham. I corrected myself. Oh, Graham is here too. My bad. Yeah. As I said, Eric is a guest with myself, Graham, and Nishko on Google Backup this week. Worth checking out on Viz Global Media. Worth checking out at Viz Global Media and Good Bad Wrestle on Twitter.
It's bad. The only thing I know about Canadians is from South Park. Is that bad?
It's not a great.
It is if you think they all have flappy heads.
It's not a great endorsement, mate. No. Ireland with a throw here. 9 minutes to go here. Glad Matt went with the episode title Nattering Cop moment. I did. It's appropriate for sure. South Park is there, Derek. Absolutely brilliant. This is what we want from our chat. We don't want thousands of people watching. We want the people who actually give a damn in our chat.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
As Brady's on, buddy, Ferguson off, Brady on. Evan Ferguson's on the pitch. Are you happy now, boys?
Hands where we can see him, Connor.
Yep. For the rest of the game, Connor, you got to have your hands on top of your head. All right. You don't get it, really?
No.
Because
like the shot
we think you like having. Exactly. We think you like having Ferguson a bit too much. We want to see where your hands are at all times. The only thing I know about Americans is what I know from Team America. Well done, Leeds!
America, fuck yeah. I don't know the rest of the song.
While I was away in Norwich, because we was an American themed event, people were saying, Team America! And the whole lot was saying, fuck yeah! The whole time. Whole 4 fucking days.
I'll be down there next week for the World of Sport tapings.
At Epic Studios, I believe. So that's where I was presented with my gold medal, sir.
It is. I will I will commemorate on that hallowed ground.
It's a good band. It's a good bar as well, mate, but well stocked. Episode 9 of Good Bad Sport is pandering to Canadian as well, with a look at 3 of the first inductees to the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1945.
On a Canadian wrestling note, next month, Scott Demar is bringing back Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling.
Indeed, tune into some news about that on Good Cop Bad Cop this week.
My favorite stereotypical portrait of a country is the Simpsons episode where Bart saves money to go on a family vacation and Homer rear ends the Queen's carriage.
Say that again, please, without me laughing.
You've seen it, right?
It just sounds dirty when you said it, that's all. But Gerard Bowen and John Stone's coming on here. Graham says, as I didn't want to listen yesterday, Matt, Lord Stanley, the giver of Stanley Cup, is the same Stanley that Stanley Park Pruit Evan Liverpool was named after. I did know this, but thank you for clearing and finding it to other people. As Harry Kane hands the armband over to, I'm guessing, John Stones? It is John Stones. As Bowen comes on for Kane, and John Stones is about to come on the pitch, I'm guessing for Slaven Maguire.
He's about to do what? He's about to do what now?
What?
John Stones is about to do what now?
Come on for.
Yeah, he said he's about to come on the pitch.
I was
He's really
rather
excited. He's really excited to be involved in this game.
I've not had enough wine for that. Shut up.
Yeah.
50,000.
Well on the England bench.
Attendance is 50,539. By the way, it's not bad for Lansdowne Road, is it?
Pretty bloody good.
England, of course, without 3-0 winners in the COVID game. I'll be back in 2020, of course. So it looks like Ireland have been prudent. That's like, actually Ireland
Bowen
very
involved
well
already.
today,
Did well to keep his feet.
Bowen
on the break. Hit it, lad. Oh,
Joe Bowen, good for goal. Kelleher saves well. Saka.
If not for Kelleher and some good last-ditch defending, this could be 6-0.
Rice.
Gibbs White.
James wants him tackled.
He wants his tackle abused.
Team America World Police. I need to hear that film movie by Cy and Eric, or Cy and High Five Tom.
It's just the puppet step scene in Team America.
Has Cy actually seen the film? Because he doesn't see a lot of films, does he?
No, he doesn't, but it'd be a good one to start off with.
Team America! Fuck yeah!
Oh, I'll tell you what, we are, me and Cy are getting the first regular season episode of season 7 of the Doctor Who pod recorded tomorrow. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because it'll spoil it. We've not released the draft episode yet, so I won't tell you what it is. But my God, it's something where the cultural relevance is so of its time, and just like it captures the zeitgeist perfectly.
Okay, I'm going to don't tell if I'm right or not, but I'm going to make the guess.
I'm watching the football.
So I'm going to make the guess that the Doctor in question is the 5th Doctor, and leave it at that. Cy says he has seen that film, Team America.
Wow. Oh, God, Graham, that's no. The poor girl doesn't swear on air.
No.
All of his sports team.
We need to keep. Do you know what we need? We need a podcast of innocence.
What a ball!
Oh, fantastic ball of Declan Rice. Ends back with Jared Bowen.
Go on, Eze.
It's White. Eze goes for goal. It's White. Actually, I've got a thing for this, haven't I? Where is it?
There you go. Oh, Matt, I just remembered you were talking about CXW earlier. In a couple of weeks' time, True Grit has their next show, and it's the third match between Encerico and Brady Phillips. Brady Phillips defending his True Grit title. It's not gone out to the public yet. It's just gone out to the Patreon users. But they've announced a stipulation. And I'm not going to reveal it here because, like I say, it's not gone out properly yet. But the stipulation will push it into match of the year contender. It's going to be that good.
If that's not a teaser, I don't know what it is. By the way,
Leeds Friday the 20th. Left bank. Get your tickets, or it's £3 through the Patreon.
Lee Carl just had a controllable coming down, and it's spewed away from him like he'll play the Coventry City still.
Saz letting us know that this coming Wednesday, him and Charlie watched the first episode of Umbrella Academy for the podcast, and the episode after they're looking at Rambo First Blood.
Okay, first things first, Umbrella Academy is a phenomenal series. And if you haven't watched it,
season 4 the other week,
it's worth your time. Dan will agree with me. It's worth your time. Season 1 takes a while to get going, but it's worth it. John Stone's there with a quick turn.
I put it to you guys that the greatest ever Cruyff turn by a defender was done by one Nathaniel Phillips for Liverpool in the San Siro in the Champions League when he took two Milan attackers out of the game. No, because it was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal, to be fair, and full credit where it is due. I couldn't remember quick spelling, apologies, but that sounds good. Do not spoil last season, Matt. I haven't seen the last season, Graham, so I can't spoil it. We talked about spoilers on Good Cop, Bad Cop as well. On that note...
This is not a spoiler, it's a teaser. The last season of Umbrella Academy, I binged it in 2 days. It was that good.
Well, that's got to be a good sign. We'll leave it at that. I'm currently off of Netflix, says Graham. That's okay. As of 2025, Graham, don't need on Netflix, so one less subscription to pay for. Think of it that way. On that note, I'm going to ask Konor this question first.
He might not be listening because he doesn't have headphones on.
Konor.
What?
Yeah,
he's listening.
Good. Question for you, young man. The question is, when, in your opinion, is okay to spoil a movie? When is it not a spoiler anymore, basically?
You got to give it
about a month after. It's like
after release date at the cinema, yeah.
Well, streaming, give it about a couple of days. Theater, I would wait until it's available on streaming.
That was the general consensus on Good Cop, Bad Cop last night, but I wanted to get your opinion. I believe Dan Griffin may have a similar opinion.
Yeah, if it's in the cinema, you've got to give it at least a month.
Well,
that was the general because Ryan won't let it fucking go. I spoiled Kairi Sane coming back to WWE.
Well, yeah, you were in the wrong.
Yeah. Oh fuck! As it on cue.
Yeah.
Konor, question for you in the chat, Konor.
That's an inside joke.
Ooh, that from last year. That was Declan Rice trying to find Eze, yeah.
Okay. So is it because they wouldn't allow women wrestlers for like the first couple Saudi shows?
No, because I spoiled that she was going to be there. I didn't mean to.
That was unfortunate.
And Canada boots it. I unintentionally spoiled it, yes. And Ryan has not let me hear the end of it.
Well, on that note,
I need to let you know this is a promise, not a spoiler. That Ryan will not be on Good Cop, Bad Cop this coming week. If you want to know why, check out Good Cop, Bad Cop this week. He'll be back the week after.
So we're into the third minute. Sorry, just going back to the football, in the third minute of 5 added on. We're still trying. Oh, Bowen, that's unfortunate.
Oh, great save again by Kelleher.
Kelleher
You're right.
can stop a thing in a passage. He closed his legs. I'm tempted to put Kelleher as man of the match.
Si said, it depends on who you're talking to. I've been having that for years, but I'm going to watch it now. So not to talking spoilers with me would be a bit shit. Absolutely won't spoil anything for you, sir. We know. Yeah, so to be fair, you just say, like, have you seen this? If they say no, I say, okay, no problem. Let me know when you've watched it. I'll talk about it with you.
Graham referencing Ryan's absence. Hopefully the judge can deal with his public urination case quickly. I think England just missed another chance, by the way, as I was laughing at that.
As
Not the first time I've
yeah.
been distracted by Ryan's penis.
It's your penis that's attracted India, fair. But then spoilers on movies like the Marvel stuff would affect me, so I have no plans to watch. Great save by Kelleher, to be fair, from Saka.
Yeah. So Umbrella Academy, haven't seen it. Black Mirror, haven't seen it. Trying to think. What's another?
I've seen selected
seen
episodes of
Saltburn?
Black Mirror. Not yet.
Saltburn is meant to be amazing.
Although my next stop on Netflix is the Terminator anime.
The only Netflix shows.
Spoiler about that. Just not spoiler so much about that.
Well, let Konor speak first. He's tried 3 times.
Sorry, Konor, come in.
The only Netflix shows that I've watched, that I've binge watched, is Peaky Blinders and Heartstoppers. That's it.
Heart was amazing. Really amazing.
I managed 4 episodes of Peaky Blinders and got bored.
Well, that's not everything is for everybody. To be fair, Eric, by the way, from National of Eel, will be covering the Terminator anime coming up on the next episode. So if you don't want spoilers, avoid that episode. He does make that clear up front, and that's fine. That's how you do it.
I started the Terminator anime.
Okay, I haven't got to it yet. It's in my to-watch pile.
What would be? I would like to. So, I don't know if Sai's still in here, but I would like to hear what Charlie thinks on the original RoboCop movie from the 80s.
Do you know what? I'd pay to hear that one as well. I'd pay. There you go. You go. Patreon.
That's full time.
And that's full time.
Can we give the man of the match to the keeper that lost 2-0? Or do we give it to Anthony Gordon?
If you wish to, we can do it.
I'm
gonna let the independent man call this. Konor, who do you think should get better match?
Conor's decision.
Man of the match.
We're talking between Anthony Gordon and Simon Kelleher. We're talking between.
I would go with Anthony Gordon, but to piss you off, my pick would be Jack Grealish.
Okay, so Conor's not allowed to pick man of the matches anymore because that's fucking stupid.
Okay, well that solves him then. Okay, that's then. You had one choice. You had 2 choices. I tell you what, because we are trying to be sort of neutral today, we're trying to be. We're going to give it, and Matt tries to type whilst half cut. That's really interesting. We are going to do this. Players of the match. Kelleher for Ireland and Gordon for England. I think that's fair because both of them were stand-up players for their teams.
Yeah, go on then. We'll go with that.
Try and be somewhat, but to be fair, Kelleher kept that scoreline down for sure. Oh, hello.
Yeah.
Interesting shout on. I'll add it to the list. It's getting progressively longer at this point, by the way. Charlie can look at it like, Dad, I said I do a show every so often. What the fuck is this?
What's that?
Charlie's gonna get so pissed off that list getting longer and longer and longer and longer and longer.
I just mentioned RoboCop because I just finished the second one. I got the third one and the reboot movie left.
Well, guys, we're going to need to wrap up because I can see my tea getting dished up.
Gentlemen, an absolute pleasure. Let's get our final thoughts on the game. Start with Conor McCabe.
Final thoughts. Kelleher kept it 2-0. Could have easily been 3, 4, 5, judging by some of the chances England had. But yeah, other than that, Ireland really didn't do nothing for me in terms of the attack, but because England's defense just shut them down. And shout out to the Irish defense for having Harry Kane's number, keeping that prick off the score sheet.
I thought their corner first and second or a third of the reboot. Fair enough, side, but to be fair, we still would like to see it at some point for sure. Dan, Griffin, your thoughts?
Good start for Carsley. Much more attacking flow in football than under Southgate. Could have been more, but like I said before, and weren't any mugs. Kelleher, brilliant to keep it down. But yeah, decent start. We'll see what happens on Tuesday.
Absolutely, against Austria, of course. We won't be covering that here on SJP World Media with a volley, but Konor will, I dare say, be tweeting out on his Twitter feed what happens on that, because he's really good at that sort of stuff. He is switched on and he's younger than us. On that note, Konor McCabe, would you like to tell people where they can find your amazing watch along when you're not on a volley?
You can find my tweets at Konor Knows Footy. It says right there in the bio, I tweet about the crew a lot. So if you just want to read a whole bunch of crew tweets, just follow me on there. I'm trying to do a little bit more with my personal channel when the volley isn't live. That is at Konor Knows Soccer there on YouTube, and it's in the link in my bio for on Twitter as well.
Worth checking out for sure. Mr. Griffin, where can you get into you?
Bang, there.
He got
Not
it
saying
right!
anymore. Want food.
Absolutely. Doctor Who Pod, all that sort of great stuff through that. Follow us at the Volley Show. Follow the network at SJP World Media. Thank you again to Cy Powell for putting us on the show every single week. You put over a lot of shit from us. Thank you so much. And follow me at Matt UK. You can find me on Good Cop Bad Cop as well every Saturday on Visual Media. Find it at Good Bad Weather and at Visual Media. Guys, that was the volley. That was Lee Carsley's first game in charge, and it wasn't too bad. Are we being under the of insecurity here? This is disturbing. This is something I'm not used to. I feel uneasy. But that was the volley, and that, guys, was full time. We'll be back soon, guys. Take care of yourselves. We are out of here.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it one.